Hey Harness Racing Update fans, I'm Heather Vitale. It's empty in here right now, but last night, this place was jumping. Day one of the Lexington Select Yearling Sale was historic. And while everybody is still buzzing about those $1 million yearlings that were sold, I'm going to tell you a sidebar story about day one, and it has to do with the Kentucky Derby winner, California Chrome. Are you intrigued? Okay, good. Lucas, while everybody was chit-chatting about those really high-priced yearlings, you kind of flew under the radar with 78 Majestic Deo, who went for $110,000. But I think kind of the story here is the owner, Perry Martin, who owned California Chrome. So how did you hook up with Perry?
It's all because of Mike Galera at the Valente farm. I went to his farm and looked at his yearlings, and this one I really liked, and Mike told me which ones I liked, and I told him about this one, and he called Perry, and Perry called me, and yeah, that's about it.
It's so cool because I know last night, day one, everybody was talking about these really big numbers, but 110,000 is definitely not chump change. And you're a young trainer. This is a huge opportunity, so you got to be grateful for this.
Really, very thankful to Mike and Perry, of course. It's a huge thing for small trainers. Me to get a horse for Perry and Mike, and the horse was very good looking, and he have a strong pedigree as well.
How did the bidding go then last night? Because Perry wasn't here, right?
No, I had him on the phone, and we set a limit before, and it went under the limit, so we were happy.
Very cool. Well, it's going to be super exciting to see all of these trotters competing together, you know, upcoming in the next year or so. Congratulations. We got to keep our eye on Majestic Deo. Thank you so much, Lucas.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's time to move on to day two. But before there were actual horses entering the ring for the second session, there was an auction before the auction, if you will. And with each winning bid, donations to charity were made. Marvin, tell me, just what is Breedings for a Cause?
It's an idea that I came up with about a year ago, presented to the people at Mohawk Raceway in terms to be in conjunction with the Breeders' Crown coming to Mohawk. And what entailed was going out to the industry and asking the leading breeding farms who, with the leading syndications of the top stallion in the business, to ask them to contribute one breeding session for the 2020 breeding year that would be used, and all the proceeds would be contributed to charities in Canada. And it was a way, I think, of sending something out to the industry that's meaningful, because we need to be involved in our communities, and we have to send a signal that every municipality where harness racing is part of, we want to be good corporate participants in that community, and that involves giving things back. And I hope this sets a precedent, and one that's meaningful, that will be used in the future as well.
Okay, then who are the stallions that are being, auctioned off, and where does the money go to?
The best of the best. Chapter 7, Captain Treacherous, Muscle Hill, Always Be Mickey, Father Patrick, Sweet Lou, and Tactical Landing. I think just about the who's who of all the stallions in North America.
And do you pick your charity, or how does that work?
No, I'm not involved in that. The people at Mohawk Raceway have identified some charities, and I think there are things like heart research and cancer, and very worthwhile causes, of course. Every penny will be given to very meaningful and important charities.
How are you feeling about the auction tonight? Have you got a lot of people saying, yep, I'm in?
I'm always anxious about these things, but I'm optimistic. I think it's a rare opportunity. Many of these stallions, you can't get breedings to these stallions. They're oversubscribed almost right away. So I think it'll go well.
It ended up being a very successful event. The Breedings for a Cause auction raised $205,000 for charity. Thank you to all the bidders and everyone who donated. We've talked about breeding and bidders. Now let's talk about which baby was the biggest name of the night. The sale topper was number 155 Red Redemption, a Muscle Hill colt out of a Magenta Hall, who went for $320,000, consigned by Preferred Equine for Alaraj Farm. Aki, I know you signed for this colt, but who are the owners?
I have a piece and then 3 more owners.
Okay. Guys from Sweden?
Yes, it is. SRF stable have a piece.
Oh, okay. All right, great. So what did you like about the horse when you saw him?
Yeah, the confirmation was very good, and then I really liked the family. It was a Muscle Hill with a good family on the mother.
Now, how about the video? I like to find out, do people really consider the video as important information?
Yes, it's important. The pedigree and the video is important, and if I like them on the video and the pedigree, then I look at them on the sale.
Now, obviously, this being the sale topper, was this the horse that you came to get tonight, that you were not leaving without this horse?
Yeah, for me it was the number 1 tonight.
Okay. You have a good night overall?
Yeah, I bought a couple of horses, nice horses, and the prices was not like yesterday, so it fit my purse better.
All right. Well, hopefully we will see you, though, in March at your place in Vero Beach for Tucson training, right?
Oh, yes, we're going to train them in Vero Beach.
All right, awesome. Thank you and congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
First off, of course, I want to congratulate you, and I want to find out your emotions of having the sale topper.
Just super excited. You know, it's really rewarding. We work really hard all year, and this is our final product, so it's just super exciting.
Were you expecting this?
Honestly, we thought about half of that, but the numbers from yesterday and today, we'll take it.
What are the emotions that you're feeling when you just see those digits? They're just going higher, they're going higher. What's going through your brain?
Well, he started out slow, so your heart is just pounding, and then he picks up and you just go, it's just crazy.
Now, since you're the manager of the farm, I mean, you are with these babies from, well, before day 1, yeah. Tell me about this particular colt.
You know, he's always been special. He was born on April 29th, so he's a late baby, but he was a big baby, and it's just, he's always been good.
So will you now follow this horse every single race? What do you do after they lay? Oh my gosh, I know. Now we're both getting emotional here. So what will you do from here on out then?
Oh yeah, we'll track everything he does. You know, we'll make sure he's doing well and track it all.
Well, congratulations. Such a big night, such a big honor for your whole farm. So I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
David, you know me, I am Miss Positivity, but of course I went into tonight's sale kind of figuring that it wasn't going to be as high as the day 1 sale with everything going on, but still, together, day 1, day 2, still above last year, right?
Oh yeah, well above, especially in the gross, and we're ahead. You know, I think we sold maybe 21, 22 more horses than we did at the same point last year, and so our average dipped a little bit tonight, but the gross is way ahead, and it was another good night tonight. You know, we had Betting Line sell a pair of horses for over 200,000, and Muscle Hill was good, and then we led by the Father Patrick. So you know, it was solid. You know, pacers and trotters, and we ended up the sale really good tonight. You know, really the credit goes to the auctioneering staff. They rolled it along pretty good here. We finished around 11:30, and they kept a good pace, and it was a good flow. And the people, you know, the bidders, they came right at you, and you know that all ties into the overall experience of the buyer. Just keep things rolling and try and get them out in a reasonable time. But they hung tough, and it was a good night.
One thing that we haven't talked about is, I don't know, gosh, I think there's maybe 6 or 7 first crop sires in this sale. How are they doing?
Well, like I said, I mentioned Betting Line and Always Be Mickey, and you know, Southland Frank sold a nice one tonight as well, and you get bar hopping, and so it's, you know, go back to the, you know, I keep repeating it, but the depth of the catalog, and this is the most variety that they've had, the buyers, in a number of years, and it's healthy, and it's you're going to start seeing also, you're going to see more people coming maybe from you know, Pennsylvania or New York or Ontario areas, and they're coming in for the weekend racing, and you know, there's a lot of shopping left to be had, and you know, we're only through hip number 310. And you know, just come on out to the sales grounds, do your work, and prepare for tomorrow and Friday and Saturday, because you know there's a lot of nice horses left. I mean, even though you know it's been a historical sale, we got a lot left to sell, a lot of nice horses, and listen, it's gonna be a great week here in Lexington, and I think everyone's having a good time. And you know, one shout out to the they had the charity auction for the stallion shares tonight. Thought that went very well. Representatives from Woodbines were down here, and they raised a lot of money for charity. And then, there again, the industry steps up, and I couldn't really be prouder right now.
Yeah, I know. More nights of the sale, Grand Circuit racing around the corner. It's going to be a great week.
Yeah, it's going to be a great week. And listen, so now people can go watch some races tomorrow afternoon, and some of the sales staff out in the barns, they can start get away from this heat a little bit here. So it'll be good for all, and we'll be back here tomorrow night ready to roll.
Thanks, David.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks.
Thanks, y'all, for joining me. I reckon you had a good time. Okay, I know I need a little bit of help with my Kentucky accent, but you know what I'm saying. We had another fun and fabulous night at the Lexington Select Yearling Sale. I'm Heather Vitale for Harness Racing Update.